Shalom, shalom. To the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. The one to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that preach the truth of the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. Okay, I'm in CBS Chicago. The name of the video is California governor in court to block Trump's military deployment in LA. This says an hour ago. I don't know, but this says an hour ago concerning the blocking of the military by Trump. So let's get right into it.
Right now, we are taking a live look at the National Guard in Los Angeles. This is a picture coming in, and we've been trying to watch these movements because we understand the situation has seemed to escalated just recently with a few more interactions between the National Guard there that you see and the protesters that are just on the other side of what looks to be this line. We will continue to watch it. In the meantime, in LA, California Governor Gavin Newsom is going to court in an effort to block President Trump from deploying the troops there. As Michael Yoshida tells us, the finger pointing between the White House and the Golden State comes as the city of LA prepares for a fifth night of these protests.
Marie, after another night of protests here in LA, a much more subdued start to the day. You can still see National Guard members outside of the detention facility where so much of the attention of protesters has been. A smaller group right now, but all of this playing out as the showdown continues between the Trump administration and California leaders. Tensions continue to simmer in parts of downtown Los Angeles as demonstrators face off against law enforcement and the National Guard.
The police shot the lady in front of me, and as soon as I said, "Hey, you shot a lady," he shoots me.
President Donald Trump is mobilizing another 2,000 National Guard members, doubling his initial deployment despite opposition from top California leaders. About 700 Marines have also been activated.
The federalization of the National Guard and then bringing in the Marines is something different. This is about Trump pretending that he is the king of this nation.
Much of Los Angeles hasn't been
the king of this nation, y'all. And that goes into what I think I read this precept last night concerning that cruel Lord. Huh? And the Egyptian, meaning America, U.S., will give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And a fierce king. That's the president. That's Trump. Back to do what? Shall rule over them, saith the Lord, and the Lord Yahweh of hosts, of armies. So that's Trump.
Impacted by protests. One city official says while many protesters are acting peacefully, some are committing acts of violence and looting.
There are those that are embedded that are really attacking law enforcement. This is not about ICE. This is about completely dismantling law enforcement.
The Los Angeles protests have sparked similar demonstration in other cities like Dallas, New York, and Atlanta. In San Francisco, 150 people were arrested near the Immigration Services building Sunday after some protesters ignored dispersal orders.
These people right here, man. You see these people right here? These people, these masks on, these things on here, doing on a police car. All this here is strategically planned. Who don't know that, man? These people, most of these folks around here has already planned this crap to do what? Because they want to bring in martial law. This is planned, all of it.
Orders and engaged in acts of violence and vandalism.
And you can best believe it. If it's not in your city at this present moment, it will be in your city doing the same exact thing what you see here. Yes.
According to police, Border czar Tom Homan defended President Trump's decision to mobilize the Marines, saying ICE operations will not stop.
They'll continue every day, not only in California and Los Angeles, they're going to continue in every city across the country.
Every city across the country. See? All they doing is making, you know what? Let's do something right quick. Let me get this right quick, y'all. Let me see something. Let's Google this and let me show you something here. Let me ask Google. What will cause martial law? And it reads, martial law, a legal system that temporarily replaces civil government with military rule, is typically declared when civilian authority has become ineffective. How is they become ineffective when all they doing is burning a car here or two and throwing fireworks? No one got gunned down. No one has been put to death. No one has been seriously hurt for as the authority. So what's the purpose of military? See, these people is playing the American people like yo-yo, like they always been. Like when every time the election come around, you fools around arguing about Democrat and Republican, and can't see the overall picture of what's truly going on. Martial law, a legal system that temporarily replaces civilian government with military rule, is typically declared when civilian authority has become ineffective or non-existent. Existent due to what? A crisis. Where the crisis at? A little fireworks here and there, and you got the National Guard in here? No, they trying to implement that martial law. They have a plan, and that plan is to reboot this whole system. This is why they're trying to get rid of all of the different entities within the cities. FBI, you name it. It goes on and on. This goes on and on, and even attacking what education. All these things. What do you think that is? That's the rebooting of the system, man. And a lot of people gonna be put to death behind this here. Ineffective, because one thing about the military is a whole new different group that's not gonna be playing with you. It is typically declared when civilian authority has become ineffective or non-existent due to a crisis. This often occurs during time of war, natural disaster, time of war. War. What a war at? Ain't nobody blow nothing up over here in America. Ain't no bomb hit over here. This is a time of war. Where's the enemies at? Where the civilians? Or a few immigrants that you call immigrants here and now? According during what? The time of war. This often occurs during time of war, natural disasters, civil unrest, or insurrection. Hey, remember when they had the natural disasters in them North Carolina, Tennessee, on up that way? Natural disasters. They didn't bring the military in there, did they? They didn't even feed nobody. They wouldn't even give the people proper aid. Shit. All this here, boy, Esau Edom be doing, well, I always know, y'all, Esau Edom be doing the Lord's work on the left-hand side. You all the illegal immigrants that over the time been placed over here in America, all you all doing is coming over here to be judged, man, by the Lord, man. Right. So fight to stay over here tooth and nail. That's the best thing you could do. Get taken out of Babylon, which is America, that we know is going to be the lake of fire. This often occurs during time of war, natural disasters, civil unrest, or insurrections. In such situations, the military may take over law enforcement, policy, decision, and even judicial process. So when we don't do judicial process, you think you don't have no rights now. Let the military get hold to you. It's a whole new different ball game. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the situation where martial law might be declared. War or invasion. Ain't no war. Not over here in America. Or invasion. Nobody invaded here. Who invaded her? A bunch of immigrants that's throwing fireworks and burning up a car too and throwing a couple chairs. When a nation is at war or facing an invasion, the military may be brought in to maintain order and protect the population, even if civilian authorities are still functioning. Who are they trying to protect? They're not trying to protect. They're coming against the citizens. Civil unrest or insurrection. If a civil war or insurrection, that's y'all going against one another, because that will happen real shortly. as soon as y'all see where ain't no more food coming in here, and y'all the shelves are getting more and more empty, what's going to happen? You are going to start what? Turning on one another. That's sitting right there beside you. If a Civil War, your child that's sitting in your daughter's hand gonna be looking like a hamburger to your grandma. If a Civil War insurrection breaks out, gotta have a little humor, man. The government may declare martial law to what? To restore order and suppress the rebellion. Now, natural disasters. During major natural disasters, such as earthquakes or hurricanes, where civilian authorities are overwhelmed or unable to function, martial law may be imposed to provide assistance and maintain order. And they did just the opposite. When them people houses and shit got swept away down the river, they did just the opposite. They wasn't even helping the people. And this thing was broadcast all over social media by people that have their personal site, not by the major news media, but people would put this all on YouTube and everywhere else, and TikTok, that they were not getting help from what? From these people, from the people that the natural disaster people. It say rise or what? A civil disorder. In case of large scale riots or widespread civil disorders. You know, all this here was planned, and California is not the only one. All this has been taking place. Well, you see, I think at the end of this here, they're gonna give you a few more cities that this happened in. In case of a large scale riot or widespread civil disorder where police are unable to control the situation, martial law might be declared to restore order and protect property. What that? Protect property? Property of who? The rich? Because shit, everybody that's in the neighborhood, they either right next to one another, sleeping out on top of one another. Esau got everybody sleeping out on top of one another, man. Especially in them cities, man. In them cities, man, they might rent a room, man, for $2,200 or something. I don't know the price, but I know it's high as hell. I know it's higher than buying a home down here in the state of Alabama. I know damn well they pay for little lofts and when versus a whole home and pay twice as much as what we pay down here. Okay, labor disputes or the emergencies. Let me read this little portion here. In all these situations, the goal of martial law is to provide a temporary measure to restore order and protect the population. But it also comes with a significant suspension of civil liberties. That's the key right there. Suspension. You run around talking about you got what? Your First and Second and Third Amendment and Fourth Amendment and all that crap go out the window. This is what they want. This is what they want, y'all. Your civil liberties, including freedom of press, assembly, and the right to what? To fair trial. No such thing. A lot of you gonna wake up, are not going to wake up until you actually see your family member gets slaughtered by someone that's in a uniform that's supposed to protect you. Let's see this little portion on out here.
And we have heard from LA Mayor Karen Bass talking about some of the looting and the violence we've seen in certain parts of the city at night. She says her office is exploring options to address that. That could potentially include a curfew, but only for certain areas of downtown LA. Reporting in Los Angeles, Michael Yoshida, CBS News, Chicago.
Michael,
I think I missed that part of it. Let's see something here. Let's see again. No, it went to the next one here. But anyway, let's click back here. Let me click back. 1 second. Bear with me.
related, just
This is where I was. 1 second. I had another video I was gonna play, y'all.
We're Phoenix Center.
1 second. I had another video I was gonna play. This looks. It says live, but I don't think. See, you loot, we shoot. Let's click on this. Remember them Trump words, y'all. This dude live here.
Got control of the highway. People are marching somewhere else. Got quite a bit of action early today. Sure did. Okay. Okay, here's the Chicago protests. Oh, somebody get arrested. Chicago.
This guy live, y'all. He's breaking freeway takeover. You loot, we shoot. Marines arrive in Los Angeles. Protesters furious. So the Marines are in Los Angeles.
Chicago's a mess.
This guy like he jumping around. He in Chicago now.
Oh, shit. Chicago's getting rowdy.
Burbank's a little closer too.
I don't know who the guy. I just clicked on his page, y'all. His name is Ick ICKD Mayor. Ick Mayor. Look like a Northern Kingdom.
Let's go back to that big group over there. I think we'll keep an eye on this too. But we'll see.
Chicago.
Somebody said a normal day in Chicago. You can't see the reading the his live. They can stand on the side of the street whining
That's
at
the other,
people
that's what
in,
they represent
in
now. The
cars,
group is moving.
but can't. They flying. Man, he got a lot of misses. Somebody say the army need to step up. See, these people want this here, and these might want this here because they, all Trump doing is trying to push the people against one another, man, and soon it's gonna come to that.
A lot of people all over.
It's gonna come to that. He said this is Chicago, right? I didn't know all that was going on in Chicago. See how much. Everybody talking about California so much.
Group. Big group, moving quick too. California.
That's California right there.
That's kind of what we're watching on the big screen too.
Yeah, this portion right here is California right here.
Big group.
So we gotta put in a decent page right here, y'all. He putting up everything in different cities.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Southbound highway shut down. Police remove protesters from the 101 freeway. Okay. Protesters enter 101 freeway.
Tyler Burbank or Hawthorne, either way.
LAPD reports arrest in downtown LA demonstration. Limited curfew planned. They might do a curfew tonight. Will go into effect Tuesday.
Curfew. You know what that mean, don't it?
They might do some type of curfew tonight. How can they tell people when it's time to go to bed?
Stay tuned.
Do that.
You
when time to get out of the street. Look at
Hey
these
there,
guys.
Christina,
Bicycles, they're running.
Out of fuel.
Oh shit, out of fuel. They're running.
Oh yeah.
Bike gang.
Airport.
Alright, y'all. Well, I want to see the rest of this live thing by Ike Mail.
That group is moving fast. We got Chicago, and we have.
You can click on it, but I'm let me click black. That should be enough. But these people are gonna give Trump what he want because they'll simply are not being aware of the overall of their actions, and because they're gonna use these groups. They're gonna use these groups here to do what? To do just what they are trying to establish, which is martial law. To bring in what? The military. So hey, this is what we're up against. You know, I should have left it on his page though. To just let it just play while I go over this lesson here. I can't remember where he was, y'all. Can't remember where he was. But hey, that's something I might start doing. Trump deployed 700 plus Marines to contain Los Angeles. So this is 6 hours ago right here. Let me click on this right here. One second. Let the That ain't nothing but some fireworks, man. I just let it play out while I go over this my precept, y'all. Oh, like the the man said that Trump just wants to be what do you call him? The ruler, call him something, but you know the scriptures refer to him as you know, we always refer to with the brothers of GMS and the Phillies always refer to Trump as being Nero, back at doing what? Doing the same thing as Nero did by hating what? Hating the northern kingdom, but hating the Israelites, period. So Trump is doing his bidding by what? By keeping up with that same energy that Nero did in the past, by being that cruel lord, which is that fierce king, which he is the what? The president. So let's go to go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 10, right? Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them, Esau, Edom, that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievous which they have what? Have prescribed. To turn aside the what? The needy, the Israelites, from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows, which is the Israelites, may be what? Their prey, and that they may what? May rob the fatherless. So this is what you're seeing. By the hand of Esau Edom is being Esau Edom, which is a so-called white man. A lot of thunderstorm, rain going on, man. Been going on for the last about like week and a half. Nothing but rain. Rain every day. Mostly in the later evenings. Anyway, woe unto them who? Esau, the so-called white man, that what? That decree, unrighteous decree, and that right grievousness which they have what? Prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows, which is the Israelite, may be what? Their prey. So Trump is gonna continue to be, to make. Let's see what he's talking about here. I ain't even noticed this here.
Politically correct. I said, no, you don't have to be politically correct. You have to do the job.
Let me bag it up a little bit.
We know that.
Let me bag it up.
That was a lot of harm that was going on last night. I watched it very closely. And it was amazing that the job that the National Guard did. And by the way, the police were working very hard also. But, the police are given instructions to be politically correct. I said, no, you don't have to be politically correct. You have to do the job.
We know that Trump is.
See, Trump not worried about rights and political. Trump want to put down that well, I'm looking for a word besides captivity or slavery or treat you like a slave. Trump wants to put it down like no other, to turn aside the needy, the Israelites, the judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widow that may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. These devils have taken the whole world, man, and they still not satisfied. They still not satisfied, and they're gonna continue on doing. Let me see something here. What do I want? Let me look for a minute. I was going somewhere else, but I thought about something. Let's see something here. 7, 5. So let's go to what I want. Let's stay in Isaiah. Go to Isaiah. Let's go back. 5, Isaiah 5 and 8. Woe unto them that join house to house. House to house goes into what? Ghettos, projects. These are most of the people that are being oppressed first by what? By the military. The military coming in, but these are the curfews and all these things are going to be what going to refer to the Northern Kingdom and you Jakes, man. Your neighborhood is going to be tied down like no other. And when it starts, for those of you all that don't have anything to eat, you're going to find yourself in a very, very messed up predicament without any food and water. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, meaning they're taking. Look at how many homeless people that are on the look how many homeless people that are on the streets, especially white people. They're literally on the streets, man, on the streets of every city in America, and it's not going to stop. It's going to continue in that same manner throughout America. Till there no place that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. Now, that's them banking families, right? The rich. They're out in the middle of nowhere. Well, nobody's around them, and they're what? In their multi-million-dollar homes. So they're outside. They're not in trouble as most are, right? There's another level of they are not in trouble as ye are, meaning the average white man has more rights over here in America than the average so-called black, Hispanic, or Native. But there's another level, which is the Amalek, which is the chief house of Amalek, which is the chief house, which is the old that runs the world, the banking families. That's a whole nother level. That's who runs the show of everything you see. That's who really truly runs the show. And you're gonna find out as time goes, and you're gonna see everything that we have spoken of and that we have told you all just before even these riots. We told civil unrest is coming. It's here. Your your food stamps, your Section 8. All these things are going to leave you, and you're going to find yourself in sitting behind those walls with nothing. And for especially you women, man, you are going to catch it the worst of all. You're going to catch it, man. You're going to catch it because you're not prepared to you're not prepared for the worst. Let's click on something here real quick. You're not prepared for the worst of that is coming. You never was prepared for the worst that will coming because you're what? You've got your pride, and you've been comfortable in Esau's kingdom. And Esau's kingdom has made most of you all comfortable, and then you're what? You're laid back, eating, overweight. Let's go to overweight and not getting enough of what? Of that poisonous food that Esau feeding you. 17 and 9, which is Psalm 17 and 9. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies, who compass me about, they are enclosed in their own fat. That's Esau. They are closed in, meaning they're what? They are filthy rich. They have taken the whole entire world, they have taken people land, houses, farms, bought them out, and the one that wouldn't sell their land to them and buy them out, eventually they're going to take those. They're going to just take it. So you're not going to stop the left hand of the Lord, which is Esau, even which is the wicked, the so-called white man, because he's going to magnify that his wickedness to a whole nother level. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me. Now you all finding out. I'm talking about you so-called white people. You all are finding out now that the wrath is coming upon your head as well. Esau, he never gave a damn about y'all. He never did. You know, you all thought you all had some special, which you did. You had some special rights, and then that overshadows the rest of us. But you don't now the filthy rich, which is the bankers, they're overshadowing your rights. And now you're gonna find soon. You all are gonna find yourselves looking at one another. They, Esau, Edom, are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. Who has been more proudly than especially American people in oppressing people for what? For the purpose of for just living. You know, especially when so-called black people, you know, might be at a park somewhere and they enjoying themselves. They can't enjoy themselves without the what? Without the cops coming down through there, patting people down. Even though Jake wicked as hell, you know, Esau Edom, he doing the Heavenly Father's job, man, which is keeping that rod on our backs, because most of us is wicked as hell, and that's men and women. Verse 11, which is Psalm 17 and 11. They have now compassed us who, the Israelites, in our steps. Meaning, what does that mean? In our steps, meaning we poor as hell, man. Most of us are living from check to check. There's a very few of us that plays in these sports, or actors or singers that are living comfortable lives. But soon their lives are going to be disrupted as well. They have set their eyes bowing down to what? To the earth. Meaning they're looking down on everybody. They're looking down on everybody, and everybody's going to find themselves in the same predicament with that MOTB, that microchip. No one is going to escape that microchip, man. None of us. Well, except for the hopeful elect, right? Because most of you are going to volunteer to get it anyway. Because Esau Edom might give you a little monetary fund till you come down and get these $2,000 to put put it in your hand so you can go buy and sell. So most of you are going to run and do it anyway. So you're going to, and then you're going to be destroyed with that second death, which is by fire. From men, verse 14, jump down to verse 14. From men which are what? Of thy hand, meaning thy left hand, O Lord, from men of of the world, meaning the rulers of this world, which have their portion in this life. In this life, that is not our portion. This life here is not our portion. This, what we in now, Esau, Edom kingdom, this is not our portion. This is why you see what we're seeing. The only thing left for us to do is receive that judgment from the Lord, man. Which is you wicked 2/3. You are gonna receive that judgment like no other, which is by fire. From men which are of thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this world, meaning again the rulers of this world. And Esau, even the so-called white man, is clearly the ruler at this present time of the world, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Meaning they are all living a peaceful and happy life, and they're what? They are leaving inheritance to their children, because their children is what? What their children is doing? Their children are they themselves, because for those of you all have what understanding concerning reincarnation, every 3 or 4 generations, the filthy rich, when I say the filthy rich, I'm talking about these banking families. They have definitely came back into their wealth, born right back into their wealth. Right? So just to let you all know that the Heavenly Father is in control of all of this, what you see, and no one is going to stop it, because Esau Edom is doing his job, and soon you all are going to see the Heavenly Father's Son magnify himself in the earth, which is what? Which is when he comes to what? To destroy America. And let's go to Proverbs 16:4 and give what? Understanding concerning the Lord has made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the what? Day of evil. We're clearly in the days of evil. We have been in the days of evil, but it's going to get to where judgment is going to what judgment is going to take place on earth like no other, like in the days of Noah. Remember the days of Noah? The flood came and all of the people, everybody died except for 8 people. But when that fire comes, the lake of fire is going to be America. America will be that almost 5,000 square miles of what? Of fire. By what? By nuclear missiles, the chariots, lasers, you name it. So the hopefully elect, which is the 1/3, they're going to be a witness, as well as the angels, and whoever ignorantly called Jesus and Yahweh Shai. They're going to be a witness of this what? Of this devastation of what? Of said Babylon, which is the daughter of Babylon. Let's go to Isaiah 45:7 and prove that as well. Isaiah 45. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So the Heavenly Father is the one, again, that what? That does all these things. For those of y'all, that's for you non-believers. Because you all be thinking we sitting here making up the overall effects of and who's doing it. 68, what that 68 and 20, Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God thy power, the Lord, belongeth the issues up from death. So when you see the death of America first, and you see all these people being put to death, just know that the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, That is your judgment from the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So when that note say, call her Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, we'll call her Kudash, Shalom.